Anyway, that's clear.
Moving on. Yeah, I'm glad we cleared that up. Joe, is this rivalry serious between Kilkenny and Tipperary? I'm not going to ask you whether you slept with Des, by the way. I don't want to hear an answer to that.
No.
Is this rivalry serious?
I didn't. I swear I didn't.
You deny me now, Joe.
I promise I didn't. He's a fine looking man though, isn't he? Not bad at all. I was just looking actually, the cup, it's looking splendid, and fair play to me Hall for bringing it out. It's looking splendidly and lovely. It's like yourself, Granny. It's polished up to the shining. And a smile on its face, and why wouldn't it be? It's going home tomorrow. But 4 years is a long time inside. It's coming out. It's going home to the home of Hurling. The Kilkenny lads don't like that. They hate to hear us saying it's the home of Hurling, but we don't mean it in the sense that we're the best. But I suppose it was born and raised in Hayes' Hotel in Thurles, and it's a tremendous tradition there. So hopefully things will go well. Granny, it's only like yesterday since we were on talking about last year's final. And it didn't go well for us.
Didn't.
No.
But Liam, is this true now?
Give credit there, Joe, wouldn't you?
Well, definitely. They don't call him the king for nothing. He's a tremendous hurler, and everyone in Tipperary wants to see him playing tomorrow. We want to beat a full Kilkenny team, not a half Kilkenny team. And, you know, most people aren't giving Tip a chance tomorrow, but we've our own little princes too, and we have Owen Kelly, a tremendous full forward. Owen Kelly's as good as hurler as I have seen, you know. I told Nicky English actually today he was the best since Jimmy Dial. He didn't take it too well. But you know, we're going up tomorrow. I can't understand it because, you know, we nearly won that match last year. We were unfortunate. Benny Dunn was unfortunate. And up to that point, there was nothing in it. The goal from the free or the penalty or whatever it was a goal, and Henry would have got it. And I was upset at the time about it. And I remember meeting Micheál at a golf out in Wicklow, and I said, Micheál, it wasn't a penalty. Joe, it didn't matter whether it was a penalty or not. He would have stuck it in the back of the net. And you know what? You gave me a lot of release that day. And that was the day I accepted that Kilkenny were all Ireland champions. And all we can do is tomorrow is to come back and try and get this crown off him, and try and bring this cup back up to Semple Stadium on Monday night. And if we're bet on Sunday, that is tomorrow, we'll find another excuse.
Well, the Kilkenny men here might be playing down the drive.
People have been sending it to me. Will you welcome now Johnny B and the band with the Premier Rap.
From Care to Nina, they'll agree. It's time we took back Liam McCarthy, the blue, gold, and the dream. This is for the boys on Hill 16. Come on! Brendan Cummins from Ballybeck Grange. NASA are studying his poke-out range. Put your hand up once, you won't do it again. When you've been Mac and Paddy Stapleton. Paul Corn, he's like a mini digger. He's Mullihone's own Schwarzenegger. Michael Cal's our number 4. Aircon phone watch, ain't this secure? Michael Fanning from Killarney sticks like glue to each high ball. Busting out of the fence, he's gonna flan me. He's from Newport, he's Conor O'Man. Like a warping man stops each attack. You need planning permission to put him wing back. For the blue, gold, and the dream. This is for the boys on Hill 16. Tip, 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 tip. We're throwing a party for Liam McCarthy. Shane McGrath's got electric pace. Brendan Maher will invade your space. Garrod Ryan, he'll pull you out by the sideline. Catch a nade, whip a nade, doubling on it first time. I prefer to get hit by a cap. Get hit in the shoulder from the Bonner Manor. Waterford, Wexford, Offaly, Galway. Knocking over points like he's on holiday. For John O'Brien, we had to stop the show when I saw him do the biz on Jones's Road. Tip, 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 tip. We're throwing a party for Liam McCarthy. Have we got a match for James Cha? Ooh, ah, Noel McGrath. The scoring power that he does wield. The most devastating things is Will McCabe hit the field. Out centre forward, that did the trick. 5 from play, where was Brick? Lar Corbett, he's our man. He's much better than John Milan. 2001, he was knocking on the door. Now in every game he's knocking over 1-4. Owen the Son of God strikes that ball like a lightning rod. The greatest forward I've seen in my life. Cuts through teams like a surgeon's knife. For the blue, gold, and the dream. This is for the boys on Hill 16. Tip, 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 tip. Last at the bar, they can't get rid of me. Spilling my Smitties on my Finch's jersey. Tip, 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 tip. We're throwing a party for Liam McCarthy. Last year in Croke Park ended in heartbreak for our Benny. This year you won't have to watch South Park to see who's gonna kill this Kenny. Dara Egan and Brian O'Mara, young David Young from Toomey Bar, Balfour, Benny Dunn, Seamus Callan and Jody Brennan up a church drum band. Timmy Hammersley, Ross Moore, Clonowsy, Conor O'Brien, Aero, Ganacati, Darren Gleeson from Peru, Liam Sheedy, this one's for you! Tip, 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 tip. We're throwing a party for Liam McCarthy!
Well done, Johnny B. Now, here's a big coincidence. John, who was singing that song, his name's O'Brien. They're famous tip hurling making family in Tipperary. His granddad, John Joe O'Brien, made these hurleys for the tip 3-in-a-row team of 49, 50 and 51. This is Mickey Byrne, who was on that team, known as the Rattler Byrne, here with his son Noel. And the autographs of the whole 3-in-a-row team are on that. I don't know if you'll be able to pick them up now, but it's a souvenir from 1950. But I'm told it's not original because there's no blood on it. Why were you called the Rattler?
Huh? Well, when I'd just be dropping the ball, used to be dropping into the square that time, I'd say, come on now lads, rattle him, rattle him, rattle him. And it started from there.
And where did it finish?
I wouldn't like to tell you.
Well, because some of the Cork fellas told me that you guys gave Christy Ring a hard time. Is that true?
Ah, no, not at all. No.
There was a famous photograph, Noel, of
That's right,
Mick
yeah.
Mackey and Christy Ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. I have it here.
Can you hold it there for one of the cameras?
I have it here. There you go.
Just hold it still there and we'll
Yeah.
see it. And we might get a close-up of it. That's a famous, iconic photograph of Mick Mackey, the umpire, and Christy Ring going past.
Yeah.
And if you read what it says in the bubbles, Mick Mackey is saying, "Who hit you, Christy?" And he says, "The Rattler, who else?"
That's right.
But has hurling changed a lot?
I think it has.
Is it better?
You get the ball now. There's no goal mouth Malays. For starters. And they get
More running with the ball.
yes, that's all running up and down the field and hand passing, and it's not the same game at all, I think.
And did you ever get hurt yourself with that risky tactic you had?
Oh, I did, but I took it though.
You took them, yeah.
I took it and gave it.
In fairness, I think we've already established that you gave it. It was just establishing if you took it. Now, our audience would be intrigued. There's a fabulous Tipperary shirt there in the centre of our floor, and that was that worn in 1950? Would that be right?
That's
no?
right, Des. Yeah, that was
Yes.
born in 1950. That.
That's a set of jerseys that was presented by Dan Breen, the famous Dan Breen. And
You were going out
That's
to America.
when you went to
we
America.
were going to America in 1950.
And that's why the Irish crest is on it, obviously, yeah.
It's the only jersey with the green, white and gold crest there on the right-hand side.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's fantastic. And did you get up to any development in America?
Ah, well,
You're not going to tell me if you did. Who did you play out there?
we played New York and then we went to Toronto. And we played them in Toronto as well. And a few matches here and there
Exhibition
around.
matches, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
They weren't serious matches, they were exhibition.
Yes, more or less.
And would there be any rattling going on in exhibition matches?
Oh, sure would.
I'd say you'd love to be playing tomorrow, would you?
You said a mouthful.
And you're going to Croke Park tomorrow for the first time since the mid-70s.
Correct, yeah.
How come you didn't go for a while?
I had trouble with arthritis. I'm in a chair here now in a hand. That my hands and all, look, I haven't a grip now.
Right.
Do you know? Arthritis.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I hope you'll enjoy the occasion now tomorrow. Do you give Tip a good chance?
I give him a fair chance. Whoever is the best on the day will win it.
And deserves it.
Now, yes.
Yeah.
Whoever is the best on the day.
And who will that be?
Well, that's to be told.
That's to be told. Do you know, you're a man of infinite wisdom. You're about the only one in the room who is, by the way, but it's great to have you here. Isn't he a great man to have here? And we're delighted to have you here as a special guest. Nicky Byrne join you.
I broadcast games that the Rattlers played in, but thanks be to God, I was up in the stand.
And did you feel safe up there, Michal?
Reasonably.
Michal once made a comment about you. Michal made a comment about you.
What was it?
I don't know. Yeah, what?
He says one day he was broadcasting our team in 49. He was only after starting at the time. And he said, he came along then to the, started off at the right corner back. And he said, he's not a big man, he says. Nor he's not a small man, he says. He's what you call a handy man.
Yeah. Just before I leave you, do you mind me asking you your age?
My age is 87.
87.
Next week. And that's not counting the years I was in my bare feet.
All right. Well, let's go to the back row.
Last time I was down there, I saw Carrick Toole from the back of Nora Murphy's pub. and I wasn't in a great state.
You used to do commentaries.
I did, but I kind of retired from it. I gave up the beer, so I gave up the commentary as well. But I'll just do a second of a one.
Go on.
It doesn't matter where you are, here abroad, Hong Kong, Nicosia, out in Monte Carlo, the Isle of Man, or missing a putt in County Tipperary Golf and Country Club. Today is the days of All-Ireland Senior Hurling Final. The year is 2010. I can tell you that King Henry is playing in the right corner, not centre forward as selected. Brian, I know that one. And there's a late change on the Tipperary team. I can tell you that Michael Cahill is out and the Rattler is back. It's the drive for five into Kilkenny. It's the drive for five in Kilkenny. It's the Tipperary rap, and the Rattler is back. So you'll tune in to me hall tomorrow at 2 o'clock and find out who won this intriguing All Ireland.
That was Joe Hayes, budding commentator. Well, another Tipperary legend. When we saw the Rattler playing, it was an archive footage and newsreel. The first ever goal scored when RTE started broadcasting was in 1962. Let's have a look at the first goal seen in an All-Ireland final.
Then for the first shot. This is sideline puck by Theo English is finished by Tipperary's Tom Malachny for a goal.
And Tom is with us here. How are you, Tom? You're still looking fit. Nice to meet you again. Who's going to win tomorrow?
I hope Tipperary,
Yeah.
anyway.
How do you feel they're playing this year?
They're getting